picked this motor up for $500 from a guy about 30 minutes away. Piston, crankshaft, piston, piston. All we gotta do, slap a piston in that. Okay, I realized why the oil pan won't come off. The bell housing bolts are part of the oil pan. So, I guess I'm gonna loosen these and hope that they don't fall. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at. Bolts everywhere. And that's 17 bolts holding on. Oh, 18. Okay, got an engine. We've got more inverted torques. Bright side, this gear looks really nice. All the squirters are in there. Block looks in really good shape. Let me get a rag and clean that up. And by rag, I mean an old cut up t-shirt. Because, oh yeah, look at that. So, you can see right here, someone took a little die grinder to it, cleaning it up, and right there, that is all original machine work. There's more die grinder. Let's see what this side looks like. Yeah, someone was trying to get this thing clean in a hurry. That's okay, we'll go through and polish as best we can and try to leave most of that little hatching that you see. You can see it better down here. See those? Let's bust out some pistons. Okay, inverted torque sockets suck. Because if you get a 3/8 firm. So now you can come through with your 3/8 socket. You didn't take this apart. And bust it loose. Drop that bolt because you don't need it. And now, got our bearing. That is a really good bearing. We produce this. Was one step ahead of me and put notches to the back towards the timing gear. Not timing gear, but crank gear. that is not what you want to see whenever I was being that out. It just took a whole bunch of credit with it. And you can see those spray patterns. Not good. This may end up needing new pistons, but if you look at the skirts are fine. A little bit of scratching, nothing that I would worry about. But these rings are shot. This thing is dirty. I don't know, after we clean these up, these may look okay, but off of first little guess, I'm saying we probably don't end up using these. But that's just me. There's a piston. Okay, we have got all of these pistons out. And just looking at the cylinders, you can see a little bit of rust, not gonna lie. You're gonna expect to see this little black ring at the top, but this rust, I mean, this engine's been sitting for how long, so. But this bottom half of the cylinder looks pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. This is number 2, the one that burnt a hole through it. You can see a little bit of damage on those cylinder walls, not a crazy amount. And again, a little rust ring where that piston was sitting till she got tore down. Same story, rust ring where it was sitting. Brown or black discoloration at the top where it was firing. But same story. This one's probably in the worst shape. But I think with a little bit of polishing, this will come around and make a pretty decent motor. Alright, it has been over a week. I've been piddling around. I ain't been doing a whole lot to it, but I did order a cheap little hone off Amazon just to scratch up these cylinder walls. I've been cleaning on the pistons every other day, something like that. When I get bored and find the time. Pistons are cleaning up okay. I mean, they're not terrible. Either way, I just scratched up the cylinder walls. I'll show you guys what I found. Okay, looking at this engine, I took a little 3-plane thing. That's my girlfriend's drill. Because I don't have a drill. Scratched them up. I'm gonna roll this in the light so you can see a little better. But scratched them up, you can still see, especially right there. Number 2 is actually probably the best one, probably because it didn't have anything to hold all that liquid, and I'm gonna run it regardless. Like, you can see all of that pitting. Number 2 is the best because, again, there was nothing holding that water there. But just one of those things, guys. If you're going to tear apart a motor and leave it sit, use WD-40. Clean it really good before you just let it sit, because this is how you trash motors. All right, like, I'm not worried about it, but if I didn't start doing this now, I mean, who knows what it could have been like. But again, coat them in WD-40, oil, whatever, something to keep moisture off of it, and then saran wrap it. Keep metal, everything out of it. I did not pull the crank when I honed these because I have no intentions of pulling the crank. So I'm just going to roll main bearings in it, clean them up real good, and you come through and get all this junk off of it. And again, don't use freaking die grinders, man. These surfaces are not meant to be die grind. They make perfect little scrapers that come through, carbide scrapers. This motor, whatever I do end up doing with it, I'm not going to sell it to anybody. This is going to be my motor. I'm going to put it in something, more than likely the S10. I just have to get a new daily before I can start doing that. I am pretty happy that the cylinder walls turned up. You can't see it as well as there you can. It turned out pretty good aside from a little bit of surface rust, but I don't know, we're gonna run it and see what happens. Half of me has a mind to say that it's gonna burn just fine because I can't feel anything. So it should seal up just fine. Good morning. Been cleaning on the pistons, and one night after work I sat out here for about 2-3 hours till about 4 in the morning, and we got some pistons cleaned. They've been sitting a little while, but I let them sit in a bucket full of parts cleaning solution for 30 hours, something like that. And some of the pistons, they cleaned up great with no effort. Took a little bit of Scotch-Brite pad, but carbon came right off. A couple of the other 2 pistons, they probably got an hour of work just by themselves. So I think we're gonna get away with reusing pistons in this thing. Is it right? Absolutely not. Don't do this if you're trying to get a reliable motor that you're going to take the family on trips with or drive it to work every day. This is not what this motor is going to be used for. Now it's basically just a matter of let's get the parts, clean up the block a little bit, and start putting it together. I did go ahead and roll out, what was that, number 3 main bearing. Not too bad. I mean, obviously it's got wear. It's a 2016, but it doesn't have color, so I need to go back to the drawing book on that one, because apparently they're supposed to have colors. The real question is, did I get screwed? Yes and no. I got what I paid for. I paid for a $500 diesel engine. I already knew that there was a hole in one of the pistons while it was running. Take that for what I will. What I did not know was that the engine was going to sit, looks like, with a bunch of coolant in the cylinder walls. But I'm not going to send this off to a machine shop, get it punched over or anything like that. It's not worth it to me right now. What is worth it to me is let's get this thing running for as cheap as possible. And that's ultimately the goal. Let's get it running cheap as possible. Let's get a transmission and a 4x4 for as cheap as possible. And let's put it in an S10 for as cheap as possible. So we're going to play the game of get a wiring diagram, see what needs power, see what needs ground, and see what the engine can live without. So that's basically what we're up to. On that note, this is going to be the premise of the build. Cheap as possible, make it work. So, thank you all for watching. Tune in on the next video. We'll get some parts in this motor and see if we can't get a long block built. Maybe even start getting some of the exterior pieces mounted to it. Maybe. Anyway, see you guys on the next video.